My name is Kevin Nix, and welcome back to Frontstretch 5. This week, we're going to look at 5 wacky and unusual driver substitutions. Number 1. 1998 MBNA Gold 400 Matt Kenseth for Bill Elliott. While Bill Elliott's spectacular crash with Dale Earnhardt is a core memory for many fans, it was his father George Elliott's passing in September that forced him to step away from the number 94 car at Dover Motor Speedway. Matt Kenseth made his Cup Series debut in his stead, and what a run it was. Kenseth had a top 10 car the entire race, finishing 6th, doing exactly what he became known for, preserving his equipment until the very end.
Look at that move by Kenseth. He and Rusty Wallace scrambling for 5th.
He wants that position very bad as you see him coming off turn 2. He pulls up beside Rusty. Rusty kind of comes over and says, it isn't going to be easy if you get by me, but hey, I tell you what, Matt Kenseth, no matter where he finishes, he should be proud of a great run today.
Number 2. 2000 Brickyard 400 Kyle Petty for Jeremy Mayfield. Kyle Petty failed to qualify his number 45 Sprint Pontiac for the 2000 Brickyard 400 in Indianapolis, but he would still race in the event. Jeremy Mayfield, racing for Roger Penske in the number 12 Mobil 1 Ford, crashed hard in final practice in a short shoot between turns 1 and 2 after putting the car 4th on the grid in qualifying. He suffered a concussion and was not cleared to race. Petty, who was still at the racetrack since other Petty Enterprises cars made the field, was picked as his replacement. After dropping to the rear, he ran an incident-free race and finished 32nd, 2 laps behind race winner Bobby Labonte. Number 3. 2003 Sharpie 500 Ted Musgrave for Jimmy Spencer. Kurt Busch and Jimmy Spencer had a 2-year-long rivalry culminate in the August race at Michigan International Speedway, when after the race the two drivers got into a heated altercation. Punches were thrown, and Spencer was suspended from all NASCAR activity the next week at Bristol Motor Speedway. Spencer was scheduled to run all 3 races. In the Craftsman Truck Series, Jim Smith had to withdraw the number 7 entry before the race weekend. His replacement in the Busch Series entry for the number 6 car for Tommy Baldwin Racing, and the Cup car was NASCAR Cup Series veteran Ted Musgrave. Ted finished a very strong 3rd in the Busch car, but unfortunately, he was caught up in a lap 2:22 crash with Ricky Craven in the Cup race, which left him 70 laps down. This was his final NASCAR Cup Series start.
Check it out, coming off turn 2. Oh, man! I think there's more to that we haven't seen.
2005, final 2 races, Kenny Wallace for Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch's future at Roush Racing was uncertain following the 2005 season, but he had to finish the season first. Before the penultimate race at Phoenix Raceway, Busch was arrested for a DWI in the greater Phoenix area, forcing Roush to release him from his contract early. The number 97 car still had to run the final 2 races due to the season-long Sharpie sponsorship, and Roush tabbed Kenny Wallace to pilot the 97 for the last 2 events. He finished under power both times, 16th on the lead lap at Phoenix, and 21st, 1 lap down at Homestead Miami Speedway. Number 5. 2007 Samsung Radio Shack 500 Dale Jr. for Kyle Busch. Perhaps the most well-known driver substitution happened in the 2007 spring race at Texas Motor Speedway. Kyle Busch and Dale Jr. crashed together out of the top 5 just after the halfway point in the race. Busch left the racetrack thinking the car was not repairable, when in fact it was. Instead, Earnhardt Jr. ran the final stint of the race in Busch's car, officially marking this as the first laps he ever ran for Hendrick Motorsports. Months later, Jr. made the announcement that he was joining Hendrick Motorsports in 2008.
Here's one for the, you won't believe this. The 5 car is back on track. After being involved in that crash, the driver is Dale Earnhardt Jr.
That's interesting.
Sure is. Kyle apparently had left the racetrack thinking the car had been withdrawn. We're not sure of that. We're making that assumption. They needed a driver, and there was Junior.
Thank you all for watching this edition of Frontstretch 5. If you have any other wacky driver substitutions you want me to cover, feel free to comment below.
This is Harrison Burton, driver the number 21. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out one of these 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.